I realized that warning signs are not something that is universally known to us from day one. You have to be shown, or you have to learn what a warning sign looks like. Because there's a lot of times where going through life, you don't see the flashing red lights warning you about the path you're going down. And my story with this goes back to when I was a teenager. Like most teenagers, I would imagine most of you when you were teenagers, who gives a shit who the president is? I don't even know what phone number to call if, like, I want to call my representative. Who cares? And that was the way that I was, along with most of my friends. And looking back, there are so many warning signs that I can recognize now and that I can recognize in some of my younger siblings or friends that I have, where they're not seeing the warning signs of going to what's colloquially known as like the alt-right pipeline. And I myself recognize that when I was younger and was pretty apathetic to politics, I was on track to fall down that pipeline. And it wasn't until 2015, 2016 with Mr. Bernard Sanders that I really started to pay attention at things that were being said and things that were being done that really kind of changed the swing of my life, I would argue for the better. Because growing up, the only thing that I knew was that when I went with my mom to vote, every 4 years, all I knew is that Republican means good, and that's all. Which, not to judge anyone here, but I do not agree with that now. And especially with the modern day of YouTube personalities and, infotainment 24/7, and just the constant barrage of, I'm sure you're all familiar with the barrage of propaganda that gets put out from multiple sources. But specifically when it comes to young men, I think there's a real problem with them not being taught what these warning signs are, particularly when it comes to misogyny or drifting into Nazism or fascism. And it's something that if you have young boys at home, I would encourage you to really have those difficult conversations with them. Because if it wasn't for, the 2016 elections, I might not have gotten out of that. And I believe I might have been a worse person off because of it. So just the takeaway here is just remember that warning signs are not universal. They are not obvious. They're not common sense. You need to learn what they are, hopefully from people that love you and care about you.